Okay, the most exciting event, the 1500 meter, just finished in Tokyo. Wow, that was an insane race. Photo finish with Isaac Nader and Jake Wightman at the line was absolutely unbelievable. But let's break this down. Isaac Nader from Portugal, huge day, taking the world championship crown. Once again, there was not a repeat champion for the 1500 meter. And what makes this so crazy is that there were 3 former world champions in the match. That is Jake Wightman from 2021. You had Timothy Chariot from 2019, Doha. And you had Josh Kerr, 2023 Budapest. All 3 of them lined up. And none of them ended up winning. But Jake Wightman, huge day for him. I'm so excited for him. I'm not trying to take too much away. I will definitely talk about the Portuguese star as well. But Jake Wightman, I'm so excited for him. 31 years old. He's quite a bit older than a lot of these other athletes. A lot of people maybe think he's way out of his prime. He's been injured the last couple years. He wasn't able to race in Budapest. He wasn't able to race in Tokyo. He shows up today for the United Kingdom. This was a slow tactical race. They went through the 800 meter at about 1:59, which I would have loved if I could have run about that. I was around that time in 800 when I was in college, but boy, I was not world class. These are world class runners. So for them going through at 1:59 was very slow. And then the race develops. Timothy Chariot, former world championship in Doha, says enough is enough. And he takes it. And he goes and he goes and he goes. But he only held it for so long. And then it was the younger Niels Laros, who the commentators were, predicting that maybe he would win it because he's got like that super fast finishing sprint. He recently won a race with his last 100 meters in 12.5. Now at this point, Josh Kerr also starts limping. Very unfortunate development here during the race. So he starts limping at about 2.5 laps into the race. It looked like something happened with his foot getting tangled up in the inner rail of the race. And I don't know what happened, maybe his Achilles, but he ended up finishing Josh Kerr. He jogged it out. Very unfortunate development there with Josh Kerr. I was very sad for him. He did jog it out and he finished the race, but he was out. But Timothy Chariot, he gets passed by Niels Laros and Jake Wightman, and they start sprinting. This is the final lap, and they're basically sprinting out front. And then Niels Laros didn't have quite enough, and then right at the line is when the Portuguese star ends up passing Jake Wightman, but he ends up just shoulder bumping him, just right at the line. So Isaac Nader just barely taking it, and then the younger Chariot comes in for the bronze medal. So just unbelievable finish, unbelievable slow tactical race, about 3 minutes and 34 seconds, which would be considered slow for the 1500. They definitely picked up the pace a little bit for the last 800, but it was a slow tactical race. Very exciting. I'm definitely sad for Josh Kerr, but big day for Jake Wightman. Huge day to be back on the world stage, silver medal. He was just fractions of a second from being able to win. Did you get to see the event? What do you think? Who did you want? And I'll recap really quickly. I just put out a video the other day, putting out my predictions. I did predict that Josh Kerr was going to be the winner. And, I know there were some people in the comments that said that I was crazy to predict that because Niels Laros was that they thought that he was going to win. And it's understandable. Niels Laros is only 20 years old, so it's understandable that people would think that maybe he would be able to outkick Josh Kerr, who's 27 or 28 at this point. But I never take Josh Kerr out of any race. He's been so consistent. He's been so damn good. He was boxed in for about 2 to 2.5 laps prior to his little injury today. So that certainly might have affected him. But if he didn't actually get hurt and hurt his Achilles, even being boxed in, he was not in a great position. I still think that Josh Kerr would have had a phenomenal kick and at least made it onto the podium, even if he didn't win. He was not in a great position, but that's how big of a fan I am of Josh Kerr and how much faith I have in him. So very unfortunate that he wasn't able to have a good race today and that he got hurt. But I'm just so excited for Jake Wightman. And, huge day for Portugal. That was huge. As far as I can recall, that's probably his first big win on a world stage. He's done a lot for Portugal, I believe he was the national indoor champion for the 1500, and he's posted all these crazy results for the 3000 meter in Portugal. So he's very fast. Isaac Nader, very well known for fast finishes. So this was his day to have a very fast finish at 3:34, tactical win. But huge day for him. Really excited for Jake Wightman. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for the upcoming 5,000? Who thinks that Jakob Ingebrigtsen still has a chance? I'm still pulling for him. So let me know. That's the next race that I'm really excited about, as well as the 800 meter. Let me know in the comments. How did you feel about today's race? And which races are you most excited about? I'll catch you on the next one.